Okay, so here we are again in another video, and today was a interesting day. Okay, so I think my analysis went good, and I'm gonna explain it right now. Okay, so first of all, EU here, um, we had the previous weekly high taken here, and then a reaction from break and retest traders probably, and today. Um, After seeing this week here, I thought it would take that again. Okay, but now I think, yeah, I think I said yesterday. I don't know. Well, okay. So what do we have here? Here we have the previous daily high taken, so round liquidity on 5 here, and here a week. So I think early buyers are in. Then we took this low again. We broke extractor and we took this round liquidity on M5. So I didn't think about entering here. I wanted to enter here, but I had no time to enter. And then I saw this, mitigating this, but I was looking maybe for an entry after taking this low. So yeah, it's okay for me. I was just sure about that, and reaction on the Asia low, and boom, to the upside as I thought. It went to take perfectly this high here. And then I saw this break again to the upside here, breakup structure on M1, which it gave the M1 entry here, but out of timing. And then we had like, well, let me show you on M1. So this was the liquidity that took this high, which is not really relevant, but it's interesting because we have a lot of reactions here, 1, 2, 3, and then it takes that. So for me, my understanding was that this was round liquidity on M1 as it took this. Everything is mitigated, as you can see, mitigation, 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 mitigation. So everything is mitigated, and I placed this entry here, but I wasn't sure because this is not really relevant liquidity, and well, I just was doubting, so I didn't trade in that moment, and well, it's okay for me. So this was my EU day. Pretty good understanding of the PA today price action, and well, yeah. And then I thought about entering here again because this is an SMT reaction, as we have. Okay, SMT reaction. Why? Because this is like an SMT2 really. So we have multiple. So we have a breakup structure here to induce buyers after tapping this. So maybe this would have been a good confirmation to enter, but in that moment, not for me, so it's okay. GBP USD, perfect understanding too. I said yesterday that it was the correlation. I don't know. It has a discorrelation. I don't know if it's called like that. With EU. So I thought this high could be taken. And well, here I have an alarm. I'm gonna show you why. So here we took this previous daily high to the left, but all of this is liquidity, just reactions, and I thought that here we had a lot of liquidity, rival liquidity on H1 and previous weekly high, and I was looking for a buy. So it's the only trade that I took today. I was looking for a buy here, but I didn't really like this week. Okay, so I prefer to close like break even more or less. I lost like $80 or something like that. My account is $93,024. So I closed, and then it created all these movements to take all this liquidity. So I didn't really like that we had a lot of equal lows here. Okay, so here we have a lot of liquidity, and I thought it would take that, and yeah, it took that. Mitigation with Asia midline with daily open price, so pretty interesting here. Let me write this down. After taking equal low, equal lows, and reacting with Asia midline and daily day open price. Well, they open. Okay, so pretty interesting with timing, boom, and then it went up. And here we had a break of structure to the downside. Usually the first break is false, but sometimes it reacts correctly or properly. And then it took the round liquidity on M5 here, reaction, so it took that, and then this was a perfect entry to look for on M1 as we took this, we took that, and well, engulfing candles are not that good, but I really like this candle here, so maybe I would have entered here with a pretty big stop loss, but might be here because it's the round liquidity on M1 and probably M5 that took this high. So yeah, that was pretty interesting, but couldn't trade that, it was out of timing. And then it continued going down to take this round liquidity on H1 that as I showed you before, it's the one that took the previous daily high. Okay, that's why this for me was round liquidity on H1, and as you can see it took that and reaction. At least we have a reaction here, and well, yeah, pretty good day. It looks good for me. Not traded, but it's okay. And then I don't know if I look at GBP. Yeah, I think I look at all of them, but well, let me show you. So as I had these days before, I was waiting for this break, previous weekly low, and this round liquidity on H1 here, and finally it took all of that. So I was looking for a sell. Well, I thought about selling there, not looking really, but I thought about selling there. But as you can see, no entry, it didn't take this, no mitigation, so yeah, I was just waiting for this to be taken, and it took it right now. And well, and I think it's going to keep going up, I don't know, but I like this as an entry because we have, as you can see, a lot of reactions here. As I said before, this means that we have liquidity, so it takes that, and probably we have a reaction at least. So yeah, but I don't really like trading from here because there's nothing to the left for me. Okay, so USD CHF. Okay, this keeps falling, as you can see. It's a huge downtrend here. So well, I think it's going to reverse sooner than later. Well, but let's see. Okay, so saying we had sellers liquidity all Asia, and I was looking for a sell and then a buy, but not really because I didn't like this price action. So yeah, I just didn't really look for nothing here. I just waited for this to be taken, and then boom, it went down. No entry here. There's nothing to the left. So if there's nothing to the left, I don't really enter if I don't see it pretty clear. And well, and finally it reversed and took all that liquidity which we had here. Okay, so this was my target for today, my main target for today, and it took that. Okay, and USD CHF, this was the one that I liked the most. The only problem here, there's nothing to the left apart from this mitigation. Maybe taking this would be nice, but well, I don't know. We will see. And I don't know if this is round liquidity on H1 as it took the previous weekly low. Let me see. 81 and 79, so it took that. So the round liquidity probably is here. Okay, so let's see. We took this previous weekly low and previous daily low, so I continued the line because here we had a break and retest reaction, as you can see. So it broke a structure here, even though I have relevant liquidity. I thought this was relevant liquidity, I think. So this is a break obstructor, relevant liquidity on M5. I was expecting this to be taken, but we had a lot of liquidity, the same, a lot of reactions. So we took that. We had a first break obstructor to the upside out of timing, and then we took this relevant liquidity on M5, break obstructor with a wick, which probably means that sellers are entering here. And then here we had a pretty good trade out of timing too, but with this engulfing candle probably it would have entered, and boom, it went up all the way. Okay, and now we're gonna wait for this to be taken probably. So this was my day. I hope you like it, and well, see you tomorrow.